If you've ever felt like the city just isn't built for families anymore, you're not alone. Every year, thousands of families are leaving places like Toronto and Mississauga and making the move east to Durham region. And while affordability is a big part of it, it's not the only reason. Families are choosing places like Ajax, Oshawa, and Bowmanville because they want more than just a house. They want space to grow, family-oriented neighborhoods, easier access to daycare, and a lifestyle that actually works for them for raising their kids without being too far from the city they still work or have roots in. In this video, I'm breaking down why so many families are moving to Durham region, what's drawing them here, and whether it might be a fit for your family too. My name is Jessie McClellan, and I'm a realtor here in Oshawa, Ontario. If you're thinking about making a move to Durham region or just want to stay in the loop on what's actually happening in our real estate market, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you find this video helpful, hit the like button because it helps me reach more people like you who are trying to make informed, smart real estate decisions. And if you have any questions about what it might look like to move here, you can use the first link in the description to book a call with me at a time that works best for you. Let's start with the most common reasons families are moving to Durham region, and that's affordability. For the same price as a 3-bedroom condo in Toronto, you can buy a 3-bedroom, roughly 2,000 square foot detached home in a good neighborhood in Durham region. And for first-time buyers shopping under $700,000, the difference is just as dramatic. Instead of settling for a small 1 or 2-bedroom condo apartment, something that probably won't work long-term, and where future resale value feels uncertain, they're buying freehold townhomes, semis, or solid entry-level detached homes. These offer more space, better functionality, and they'll stay in high demand with families down the road. But it's not just about saving money. It's about upgrading your quality of life while living in a safe, family-oriented, and connected community. Whether you're a first-time buyer looking for something future-proof or you're already raising a family and simply want space to breathe, your dollar does go further in Durham region. And that opens the door for property types and neighborhoods that better match the lifestyle you're trying to build. One of the biggest lifestyle changes families notice when they move to Durham region is space. It's a major reason families choose to come here, especially for the yard space. It's usually one of the first things they get excited about, the ability to garden, barbecue, host family and friends in the backyard, or simply see their dog play or child play in a safe, private space. It's more than just a perk, it's genuinely a change in the way you live. And of course, it's not just about the yard. Having a driveway where you can park your own cars and still have space for guests without dealing with street parking is something that many people don't even realize how much they'll value it until they have it. In fact, none of the families that I've helped move from Toronto have opted for condo apartments. Every single one was looking for more space, outdoor space, a sense of community, and a home that they could grow into, not out of in a couple of years. That same sense of ease extends to everyday essentials like schools and childcare. I've had several clients who've moved to Durham region tell me that they were actually pleasantly surprised by how much easier their school enrollment process was for them than they thought. In some Toronto neighborhoods, you can buy a brand new home across the street from a school and be told that your child can't attend there because it's at capacity, and you're left trying to find a school nearby with room to take them. Here in Durham region, the system definitely isn't perfect, but it does seem to be a little bit more straightforward. There are, of course, clear school zones, and you can look up online exactly which school your child would attend based on their address. Durham region hasn't experienced the same density of infill housing in established areas as Toronto, which means that schools here are often better equipped to handle local enrollment without being over capacity. And childcare is another big one. Finding a childcare spot is difficult anywhere, and wait lists absolutely still exist. However, the feedback that we've had is that the families who relocated to Durham region did tend to have an easier time securing a spot for their child here than they did in the city. Even if it feels like you're moving out of the city, you're not really leaving anything completely behind when it comes to staying connected. Durham region offers a nice balance where it's more affordable, has welcoming, family-friendly neighborhoods, and day-to-day conveniences, all within a reasonable commute to Toronto. If you work downtown, like to visit friends and family in the city, or just enjoy heading out for dinner and a show every now and then, you can absolutely keep doing that. The GO train makes commuting straightforward, and you're never too far away from the things or people that you care most about. What you are gaining is some space and breathing room without needing to feel totally disconnected. One of the other things I really appreciate about Durham region is how easy it is to enjoy every season. There are great hiking trails, golf courses, snow tubing, ski and snowboarding hills, kayaking spots, and campgrounds all just a short drive away. If you've ever found it more challenging to fully enjoy summer or winter in the city, whether it's because of crowds, traffic, or limited access to nature, it's a bit of a different experience here. And each part of Durham region has something different to offer, so it really comes down to the lifestyle that suits you best. Pickering and Ajax are great if you want to stay closer to the city but still want a bit more space and family-friendly focused atmosphere. They are welcoming communities that celebrate diversity and have amazing waterfronts. And of course, they're especially convenient for commuters. Oshawa is probably going to be your most affordable option and still offers quick access to the GO train. It also has an active downtown with so many restaurants, special events like Cars on King, Rib Fest, and Fiesta Week, live music, and year-round events at the Regent Theatre, Bond Street Event Center, and the Biltmore, and of course the Tribute Community Center, home of our Oshawa Generals hockey team. And Clarington offers a quieter pace, again more family-oriented neighborhoods where kids still play street hockey, as well as some rural cottage-style homes and neighborhoods, but are just a few minutes drive from big box stores and other essentials. And one of my favorite spots in Clarington is downtown Bowmanville, which is a super charming stretch of heritage buildings, local shops, and cafes. It has an inviting atmosphere and a really strong sense of community with annual events like Applefest, Maplefest, Girls Night Out shopping event, Midnight Madness, and the Santa Claus Parade, bringing the people together. Now, before we wrap up, I want to be honest about something important. While there's a lot to love about living in Durham region, there are some challenges too. And I wouldn't feel like I was doing my job as a realtor if I only mentioned the good. Places tend to close a lot earlier than you're probably used to, especially on weekends. And with a smaller population, there are less things to do overall, but we are growing. And as the region continues to grow, we're experiencing some growing pains. With so many families moving in, we're seeing more construction, especially in developing communities like Winfields and North Oshawa. There's a lot of great new development up there, but with all of the new construction comes dirt, noise, and construction vehicles throughout the day. Main roads during rush hour can get congested, especially through parts of Oshawa, Whitby, Ajax, and Pickering. That said, if you're coming from Toronto, this traffic will probably feel like a breeze. If you're relying heavily on public transit, you'll want to take a closer look at what routes are available in the neighborhoods you're considering. Transit does exist, but it's nowhere near as comprehensive or frequent as what you may be used to in the city. And depending on where you move, you'll likely need to drive more. While some areas are very walkable and have amenities close by, Durham region is still largely a driving region. A car definitely helps. And as I have mentioned, one of the reasons people are moving out this way is for more space, and with more space comes more home maintenance, and the bigger the home, the more there is to do and the more it costs. Sometimes people who've lived in condos for the last 5-10 years don't realize or remember how much effort goes into cutting grass, shoveling the driveway in the winter, and all those other things. And if ever there was an argument for condo apartments with underground parking, it is when you are trying to shovel the 3 feet of snow in front of your car at 7 a.m. and it's minus 15 degrees. But for the most part, it's worth the trade-offs. Moving somewhere new can also feel isolating at first, especially if you don't know anyone in the area. But the good news is most communities here are friendly and welcoming. If you take a walk on a sunny day, you'll absolutely see people waving, chatting with neighbors, and enjoying a slightly slower pace of life. Most of the families we've helped move here start to say how great their neighbors or people on their street are in the first few months, and it usually doesn't take too long for them to start feeling at home. One last thing, the food scene is improving, but it's definitely still playing catch up. I think people will always prefer what they're used to or grew up with, and if you're a big foodie, you need to know that our number of restaurants, food, and variety is not on par with Toronto. You'll likely find more variety in Pickering and Ajax, and of course there are some gems in every area. And with that being said, new restaurants are still opening all of the time, and as the population continues to grow, so will the options. At the end of the day, no community is perfect, but Durham region offers a rare balance of space, affordability, lifestyle, and connection, and that's why so many families have and are continuing to make the move. If you're thinking about relocating and want to explore what life could look like out here, feel free to use the link in the description to book a call with me. I'm always happy to chat, answer your questions, and help however I can. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. Hit that like button and subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!